Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be reviewing Guardians of Dawn Zhara by jae-jones. I cannot tell you guys enough how much I love this book. I freaking love this book. So one of the taglines for this book, I like to point out the taglines because I think that they have some merit, and if they don't have merit, I like to call the publishers out on their, bullshit. But this one is just like, oh, Sailor Moon meets Cinder. I love Sailor Moon. I freaking love Sailor Moon. I need to see the new Sailor Moon Cosmos movie, and I need to see it now. But that being said, I love Sailor Moon. My first pet that I ever had, his name was Luna, because of Sailor Moon. So I love Sailor Moon, and I love Cinder. I honestly think Marissa Mayer, freaking genius, creating the Lunar Chronicles. So those are two things that I love. Those are two things that I'm really passionate about. So if you're a publisher and you're telling me that this book is Sailor Moon meets Cinder, you better live up to that promise. 100% it lived up to the promise. It really did. I totally got Cinder vibes from Zhara. I mean, she was definitely a great combination of, I think, Usagi's personality and Cinder's personality. Like, she's kind of spunky, but she's kind of shy, she's kind of ditzy. I really do think she embodied a lot of the qualities that I love about these two characters. But she felt unique. She didn't feel like a copycat. She felt unique. But you could get the vibe from her. And the fact that she has a stepsister and a stepmother, you're really getting those Cinder vibes, especially because she is close with her stepsister. Her and her stepsister, they have a really good sisterly bond, and I really liked that. I do like when stories present a Cinderella story with that sort of aspect to it, instead of going the whole, wicked stepsister route, because it's been done, it's been played with. Do something a little bit different, So I really did enjoy that dynamic with her and her sister. When she meets Master Plum Blossom, I love that she gets the giggles. Whenever she gets really shy and she thinks someone's attractive, she gets the giggles. And it's just the cutest thing in the world. I mean, this book was really wholesome. Let me start by saying that. It's wholesome. It is wholesome. It is sweet. I thought it was so endearing. Again, she knows she has magic, but she doesn't know the extent of her magic. She doesn't know what it means to have this transformative magic and this fire element. It was so perfect, honestly, just to see her come into it. And her little cat companion is Luna, and you cannot tell me otherwise. By the way, I'm like reading it, I'm like, this is Luna. Luna. You cannot tell me otherwise. So I didn't even try to argue that it's not Luna. It's Luna. I mean, it doesn't talk, but just its mannerisms, I'm just like, this cat's totally judging you. I love it. Cat's looking out for you. I love it. As someone who has cats, it was so cute and sweet. And I like that the animal companions served a purpose. They don't need a voice. It's just the mannerisms and the way they interact with the human characters. It gives them life, and it makes them come off as more. They serve a purpose for the story. They're not just there to be like, oh, I'm the cute little sidekick. Like, no. They are powerful in their own right. And it's really incredible to see those moments happen when a cute little kitty turns into a giant flaming lion. That was really cool. It's Luna. But I really did like that, and I loved getting a lot of that, magical girl. I love magical girls. Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon are my two favorites. They are my favorites. And I need a clear card season 2, and I need it now, for the record, if anyone's watching. I need a Cardcaptor clear card season 2. Now. Pronto. I freaking love Cardcaptor Sakura. And I love Sailor Moon. I have the original Sailor Moon. The Diz voice of seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. I love it. But, sorry, tangent. Wrapping up. reeling myself back in. It's so great, you know, it really does capture those magical girl vibes. So if you're someone who grew up watching Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor Sakura or any of the other magical girl animes that are out there, you're definitely going to love this book because it captures those vibes perfectly. You can definitely tell jae-jones, she loves these things, and you see it in her writing and her storytelling and the way she develops the characters. And I mean, it was masterful. And I love that it was really wholesome and it was really sweet as far as the story went without being like cheesy and cliched. I mean, it was just wholesome and sweet, especially her romance with the prince. First of all, the fact that the prince himself acknowledges that his muscles are for aesthetic purposes, he says that repeatedly. They're like, do something, you have muscles. He's like, they're for aesthetic purposes, not for fighting monsters. That's cute and endearing, and it's charming. The fact that he has muscles for aesthetic purposes, and he acknowledges it, and he does not mind being told. I mean, his best friend goals, even his betrothed. I loved her. I loved his best friend. This book had so many good characters, and the relationships between all of them was so sweet and wholesome. Even when her and her stepsister get into a little fight, you see that love and devotion between them. And it's just such a really good story. It's action-packed. It moves quickly. It's just wonderful. And the fact that the next one's going to be Sailor Moon Magical plus Beauty and the Beast, I'm just like, yes! I mean, it's called Ami. And who was the second Sailor Scout that was found? Ami. I mean, just look at the cover and you're just like, it's Ami. It's perfection. It's perfection for me. For me, as a Sailor Moon fan, it is perfection, and I'm here for it, and I'm in love with it. And, I mean, I'm not going to say anymore. Read the book. Just read it. It was phenomenal. I can't wait to read the next books in the series. I can't wait to see how this world is going to develop. I want to see a little bit of a darker tone to it going forward, because I think Zhara, when you do the wholesome thing with Zhara, I think it matters so much, and the reason it's so impactful was because it was just for Zhara, you know. But I think if we're going to go a little bit darker for some of the other characters, I think that'll help balance out Zara's wholesomeness and sweetness, and the way the Sailor Scouts kind of balance each other out. I think doing something a smidge more serious and darker, which is kind of the vibe I was getting from the synopsis for book 2, I think it's really going to balance out book 1 perfectly. So I really can't wait to see how the series is going to progress, and how, if the author is really going to be able to just keep that energy and momentum that she had in book 1 throughout the rest of the series. I mean, I'm going to buy it anyway. I loved it. I love this book. Phenomenal. Read it. Just read it. Forget everything else I said in this review and just read this book. It was amazing and I loved it. If you love Sailor Moon, read it. Cardcaptor Sakura, read it. Just read it. Just read it, read it, read it. In any case, thank you all for tuning in to this review of Zhara, which was me just basically fangirling. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.